What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today we're going to be spending a real day in the life with the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, if you've never seen one of my real day in the life videos, you're pretty much going to be spending a day with me and the phone, and we're going to see what it's like to use the phone in the real world, test out things like the camera, performance, battery life, everything you need to know, and then some. But we gotta give a huge shout out to today's sponsor, T-Mobile, for making this entire video possible. And it's crazy because I've been using T-Mobile for like 14 years now. They're the network that I use for all of my real day in the life videos. Whenever I swap out my SIM card, I'm on the T-Mobile network. And they're a fast and reliable network, which is why I've stuck with them for so long. But let's see how the phone does in the real world. All right, guys, so we are starting our day. It is currently 9:52 a.m. and we've got a lot planned today, but first and foremost, this is the front-facing camera on the Galaxy S10. We're shooting in 4K, which is a first for smartphone front-facing camera, so I'm happy to be shooting this in 4K finally. And this is also the mic quality you can come to expect from it. But we got a lot planned today, guys. We gotta go do some videos. I'm also getting my car wrapped today, so it's gonna be a pretty interesting day, but it's going to be a long one. So we'll see if the battery can keep up with us. I think right now it is currently at 93%. I was browsing on social media for a bit too long this morning, but let's get our day started. All right, guys, now let's talk about getting into the phone. And you might know there are a couple of different ways to get in here. There's a built-in fingerprint scanner right here at the bottom. So you can just press there, boom, you're in. And it's pretty quick. You can even use it when it's off and you get right in. For something that's built into the phone, I gotta say, there's no real complaints there. It's nice and simple. No more pressing something on the back. Boom. Not super fast, but it's more than adequate. So in the top right corner, you'll see that that thing scans for the face. And it's actually pretty quick. Not as fast as like the One Plus, but it is definitely good enough. Now, when it comes to the feel in the hand, even for a Plus model, this actually feels pretty comfortable to use. It's not a heavy phone, even though it feels very solid and still premium. It doesn't feel too heavy, which is nice. The 10 and the 10e, those feel a lot more comfortable since you can palm those with no problem. But for a Plus model, I still feel like this looks and feels pretty good. Now, one thing though, if you guys, I don't know if you guys will really be able to see it, but the Prism White version, even though it's white, you can still see those fingerprints. And this might be a better angle for you guys to see those fingerprints. You can see them right there with the light. Yeah. I wouldn't deter anyone from getting Prism White because of this, but I know I'm just crazy. Okay, so like I said before, we are about to go get my baby all wrapped up, protect this paint, and we have some options over here. I gotta pick which one I want before I get there, and I think I might enlist some of you guys to help me make that decision. I'll probably go on like Instagram Live or something and get your thoughts.
Mine isn't enough.
No, I need everyone's thoughts. All right, guys, so we're headed over there, but right now we are going to be using the GPS to get there since it's like in New York. We've got 80% battery left and we've got an hour and 18-minute drive. So we've got some time ahead of us. We'll see how the GPS impacts the battery life and see how it goes. Hour of driving, yay. Okay, so we completed our trip and that was an hour and 13 minutes of driving. And we are now at 66%. So it's like a 14% hit. That's a long drive though. I guess now is a good time to jump on Instagram Live. All right, so we're in like Long Island. I've never been here before, but I am happy that we've got full bars in terms of our service on the T-Mobile network. So let's do a quick speed test, see what we're working with. All right, let's do this. Oh, please. Are you kidding me? What? Yo, these speeds are crazy. 83 megabits down, 78 right now. Oh, this is more than enough. And upload speeds are what really matters, and we got 19.4, so we are good to go live. So let's do this. Checking connection. You are now live. Yo, what's going on, guys? Hey, what's up? I just love that once a live starts, you see hearts start pouring in. It's like the ultimate love. But what's going on, guys? Right now, we are doing a real day in the life with the, what is this phone? The S10 Plus. Now, I gotta ask you guys your opinion. I'm going to be wrapping the Tesla, so I wanna know what you guys think, which wrap I should go with. So I'm gonna swap the, is that, Ari says hello. She's manning the camera right now. All right, so let's see, guys, what your opinions are. This is the gloss metallic gray, and we also have this guy. This is the gloss anthracite. So which one? Metallic gray or anthracite?
Left or right?
Oh, left or right? Yeah, let's make it simple. Left or right, guys? Okay, a lot of people saying left. You guys just reassured me.
You guys just crapped on my choice. Thank you.
Ari's the one who threw this one in, and I picked this one. But you know, I wanted to give her a fair shot. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
But all right, guys, I just wanted to jump in real quick. By the way, am I coming in clearly for you guys? What's the quality like? Nobody's complaining about it being choppy at all or anything. So, but all right, guys, I'm going to jump out. Sorry to make this so quick, but like I said, I am right at the shop, and we need to go get this wrap picked out and selected. So, thank you all for your help. You guys are amazing. So many people saying the quality is good. All right, got that good data connection right now. But till next video, guys. Or not, this is not even a video. Why am I'm signing out like it's a video. All right, later, y'all.
Bye.
Okay, so that worked out really well. Everyone said the quality of the stream was great. I got my answer. I know which color I'm going to go with for my wrap. Let's do this, shall we? Shall we?
Yes.
Okay, guys, so since this will be the last time I'll probably see Killua as it is right now, I'm going to get some pictures. We'll test out the rear cameras on the S10 Plus and, you know, see what the quality is like. We have 3 different lenses to work with, so we'll get a variety of shots. Unfortunately, Killua isn't in the best of shape right now in terms of being clean, but as it gets wrapped, it'll get washed, so I wasn't too worried about it. But I gotta make these memories. So let me get the camera out. Oh man, this is such a good looking car. Boom. Now, what I'm really interested in is the wide angle lens. So right here, okay, so ooh, the wide angle lens, my goodness. You get so much in the shot, wow. So it's a crazy difference between the wide angle shot and the regular wide. You get a lot more in your shot, guys. But that aside, let's take a look at the detail here. And as I zoom in, yeah, man, we're really getting really sharp photos. So that is really, really nice. And you can see the HDR in effect here where we've got the sky in the back and we even have dark shadows on the car, but you still see it all pretty clearly. So this is actually a really impressive job done by the S10 Plus. Okay, so I guess time to take her in.
Stop being dramatic. Let's just
Killua! You ain't never gonna look the same. Unless I peel your wrap. And shout out to Marquez for putting me on to Phenomenal Vinyl. They're the ones who are going to be taking care of this guy. YouTube videos help. They really do. All right, so we got Ari taking a selfie over here.
All right, let's take a look.
So thoughts?
I think it looks really good. And I never like anything but my iPhone selfies, but this is really nice.
Oh, you
It's a
look.
little sharp though, you can see all my pore.
Okay guys, so now we're in an Uber. I'm officially carless, left my car behind. It's gonna get wrapped. But I wanted to watch some video while I wait to get back home. It's a pretty long ride. But I figured I'd throw on Austin's video. I know Austin shot some content in HDR and he uploaded it on YouTube. And so I'm gonna take advantage of the HDR display that the S10 has. So I've selected the max resolution that we can watch on this phone, and it's all in HDR. And this is a beautiful video. Austin and his crew really killed it. And on this display, it looks nice, man. Oh, is adaptive brightness on right now? What's going on? This is kind of weird. It's like going brighter on its own. So this looks really good, but we are seeing some weird behavior with the brightness. I don't have auto brightness on, but I am seeing the brightness shift like crazy. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that would interfere with it, but there's definitely something going on here. Now, I'm not sure if it's because this is HDR content. I'm gonna do a little research and see if that's something that happens, if it messes with the screen, but it is some weird behavior. But I will say the dynamic range on the screen though, is so good. All right guys, so quick check-in. It is 7:26 p.m. We got 36% battery left. And in terms of the screen on time, we're looking at, I honestly hate looking in the menu for this thing. The menu has changed so much, so things are a little bit harder to find, I feel like. Okay, device care. such a weird spot. So 4 hours and 3 minutes of screen on time, which is actually pretty good. So I'm sure we're gonna hit at least like that 5 hour mark. We'll probably get close to 6 hours. So I'm actually pretty happy with the battery life so far. 4,100 milliamp hour battery. This is what you expect. I feel like we're getting pretty lucky with the service right now. This area has awesome service, so I'm able to do this multiplayer game that usually disconnects, but right now I'm actually playing with no problem. Now I have a set catalog of games that I use to test out performance, and there are usually two components on whether or not those games will perform well. That's the hardware as well as the internet connection. Honestly, I've never really had any issues because I've used T-Mobile for all of my real day in the life, so that's never been a problem. Okay, and the other part being hardware depends on the phone, but at least I know internet-wise, since I'm using T-Mobile, I'm always pretty good. And as of right now, the S10 Plus, this thing isn't gonna give me any issues in my gaming. This is handling it like a champ, as you'd expect from a Samsung phone coming out this year. Okay guys, so not even gonna lie to you, knocked out right after we ate. So it is pretty late. It is 3:15 in the morning. We got about 9% battery left. Let's see what our screen on time is. So we got about 5 hours and 6 minutes of screen on time. So the standby time actually gave it quite a hit. But as you guys can see, I'm pretty much gonna end the day here. And I'm gonna be using this for more than just today, so I'll give you guys my final wrap up right after this. And that about wrapped up my day, guys. Now, the S10 Plus is an amazing phone. I am absolutely in love with it. Some quirks here and there, but my overall experience was a very positive one. I honestly think that this is just a really good looking phone. I wasn't too sure about that hole cutout for the cameras up front, but they don't really get in the way. I really have no issue with them. All the text that was in that information has been moved over to the left a bit, to the side of it. So everything still looks good. It really doesn't get in the way. But I will say, when watching content, instead of having that cutout in the top left corner, I like to turn the phone around to have it in the bottom right corner. It makes content watching a little bit easier. That hole doesn't become as noticeable as it is in the top left. So a little pro tip for some of you guys, watch with the cameras in the bottom right corner. And honestly, watching content on this is a joy because they have that new dynamic AMOLED display. And with that, you of course get HDR10 Plus, and they really kicked it up a notch with the S10 Plus. So watching content on this, it is a joy. I've been using that prism white color and it is a beautiful phone, but you still notice some fingerprints for those hawk-eyed individuals like myself. I do notice them. I still use a microfiber cloth on the back, but overall guys, it is a beautiful phone. Now, I did say in the real day in the life that it's pretty comfortable to use, which it is, the overall size, but I will say though that it is slippery, so I suggest getting a case because with all that glass, you do not want to drop this thing and have it shatter. Definitely get a case, even if you got to get a transparent one to still see that nice, beautiful prism color. And performance-wise, come on guys, this is a Snapdragon 855 processor. Whatever you throw at it, it is going to handle it like a champ. Now, where I feel like I really got to see the performance was when I was playing games for long periods of time and the battery started to get low. Usually phones throttle and then the games start lagging a bit, but nonetheless, it performed well here, even when getting warm, thankfully. Now, another performer we gotta talk about is the camera. The cameras are so good, guys. I've been able to get some really sharp, vivid photos with this guy, and thanks to that ultra wide camera lens, now when it comes to low light shots, the phone performs very well, but if you're looking for a night sight kind of feature like we saw on the Pixel 3, the S10 does not have that, so you're gonna be a little bit disappointed if you're looking for something like that, but the performance overall when you're dealing with lower light settings are gonna be just fine. Now, of course, we gotta talk about the video quality because this camera's video capabilities are insane. I wish we had access to the wide angle lens when recording video. Unfortunately, we don't, but something that we do have access to is super steady video. With that, you can take really great shots while walking around and still get really nice, buttery smooth video. I tested this out myself, and guys, it is a game changer. Now, software-wise, this thing is buttery smooth. I find the menu to be a little bit more confusing than it used to be. Before, it had a lot of stuff in the menu, lots of options to go through, but now you have to like kind of dig a bit deeper to find certain settings. So for me personally, I'm not too crazy about how the setting menu looks now, but it does look a lot cleaner. Now in terms of battery life, the S10 Plus performed just as I'd expect. You get about 5 to 6 hours of screen on time, and I even used it for like an hour and change just straight up using the GPS, using Google Maps, so I know that was even more strenuous on it. But for the regular everyday usage, this thing is going to hold up like a champ. 4,100 milliamp hours, it is what you expect. But one cool thing that the S10 does have when it comes to battery is the wireless power share feature. With that, you'll basically turn your S10 into a wireless charging pad, and it'll allow other devices to charge right on the back of it. And you don't have to worry, this thing isn't going to kill your battery. It will stop using it at about 30%. So under 30%, you won't have access to that feature. So you don't have to worry about leaving something on top of it and it completely eating up the entire battery life. Now let's talk about a couple of the cool things I think Samsung added that makes the overall experience using the phone just a lot better. One thing I really like is the shot suggestion. With that, the phone basically helps you get the perfect framing for your shot, so you'll be able to get straight, clean photos. That is something that I think a lot of people could take advantage of, especially if you're not that great with a camera. That feature should help a lot. And if you like the idea of creating your own emoji, Samsung has vastly improved the AR emoji. They did a good job cleaning it up. So if you're interested in customizing yours and using it to chat with your friends, there are much better options provided within US 10s. And of course, the phone has fast gigabit LTE, and you guys saw in the real day in the life how I was able to take advantage of that with T-Mobile's networks. I was getting some insane speeds during my live stream, and even you guys said that the quality was amazing. So I am very happy with the performance here. Another thing that I want to mention about T-Mobile that personally really sits well with me is the fact that I'm going to be going abroad, and every time I go to another country, I don't ever have to worry about my data plans. You get 2G speeds, but you still get access to the internet, which is the most important thing, especially for someone like me who's on social media like crazy. So I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm very happy to actually be working with T-Mobile on this video. I've been using them for over a decade, so it is great to finally team up and do something on YouTube. But the burning question is, do I recommend this phone? And the answer is a resounding yes, of course. This is an amazing phone. It is one of the best all-arounders that you can possibly get your hands on. And even though the S10 Plus is $1,000, in the world of today's flagships being around that same price range, I think it is a really good pickup. And if you don't want to spend that kind of money, there's always the S10e, which is a $250 savings, but you still get a very, very similar phone, just with a couple of things missing, but you really can't go wrong with either one. But that about wraps it up for my video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this was able to help you. If you enjoyed it, be the cool guy or girl that gives this video a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.